Hello viewers, I am Faisal and you're watching Academia 2020. In my last video, I have dealt with the summary of the poem Song of the Open Road. Now today in this video, we will study the figures of speech, the poetic devices used by the poet. So here some figures of speech are used in this poem. The figures of speech which are used by the poet are alliteration, repetition, paradox, inversion, etc. So now let's begin with the alliteration. Alliteration is a figure of speech in which the consonant sound is repeated. The examples of alliterations are, the first example is, I know they are very well where they are. Here the sound of W is repeated. The second example is, I know they suffice for those who belong to them. Here the sound TH is repeated. Then another example of alliteration is, I carry them, men, women, I carry them with me wherever I go. Here also the sound M and W repeated. Another example of alliteration is, a foot and lighted heart I take to the open road. Here the sound T is repeated. So the first figures of speech that we have studied here is alliteration. Now the second figure of speech is inversion. What is inversion? Inversion is a figure of speech in which words are not in proper grammatical order, and the example which is used by the poet in this poem is, healthy, free, the world before me. Look at this sentence. This sentence is not in proper order. That is why this is an example of inversion. The next figure of speech which is used is repetition. Repetition is a figure of speech in which words or phrases are repeated. The first example of repetition in the poem used is, I am filled with them and I will fill them in return. This is the one example. Here them, this word is repeated. Another example of repetition is, henceforth I ask not good fortune, I myself am good fortune. Here I and good fortune repeated. Now the next figure of speech, that is paradox. Paradox is a figure of speech that means a statement that contradicts itself. Okay, that contains an opposite idea, and the example of paradox is, still here I carry my old delicious burdens. Here you can imagine that burdens cannot be delicious, but here the poet says it, so this statement contradicts itself. So these are the figures of speech used by Walt Whitman in his poem Song of the Open Road. So do watch my channel, like, subscribe, share and comment. Thank you very much. Have a good day.